It's a bear! Fucking druids! Get out of here! Well, I barely made it out of that one alive. It's like that Jimmy joke that you probably taught him. I didn't teach him anything! Everything, all teaching came from Jimmy to me, not the other way around. Looks like I gotta go into Gloam Thicket here. Or this isn't Gloam Thicket, this is Adarok, I think. Where I am here to repair the Amaranthian band. Getting the band back together, so to speak. Hey-o! Arguing on the internet is like competing in the Special Olympics. I don't know that that's a good comparison. Alright, here's the person I'm here to talk to, probably. And there's a shitload of monsters on my mini-map, so... I have a feeling everything is not going to go super peaceful here. That does sound like a Jimmy joke. I find it offensive. I mean, not really that offensive, but like, I understand why it should be offensive. Alright.
It's not often I get visitors here in Anorak. What is your business?
Do you know someone named Durfel?
Durfel is a very old friend of mine. I haven't heard from him in years, though. It's nice to finally get some news of him.
The quotes make it on. Ah, right. Quotes. Quotes! I was playing some game. You weren't watching the stream at the time. That actually did have like quotes when I got killed. It wasn't Call of Duty, it was something else. And I kept saying quotes, and I tried to explain to the people what the in joke was, even though you weren't here to verify it. But it lost something without you. Do you know anything about sage crafting? I just wander into Random Fae Hollows and ask Random Fae about this for some reason.
I can help you with your gems if you wish.
Oh, she can unbind gems. That's a weird service to find in a dungeon. Anyway, I guess you must be handy. You must be handy with a gem, if you know what I mean. That's the face right there of the reaction to my joke.
Nothing too interesting. Just a lonely sage crafter.
Well, Durfel actually sent me to find you.
Indeed. I can feel the power emanating from the items you bear. Give me a moment, and I will reconstruct the band. There you are. Take it, with my blessings.
Thanks for getting the... Wait, that was really easy. That's it? There's no fight? There's no... You must first face my challenge, mortal, or any of that shit? Alright, goodbye. I've traveled to Anorak, and Hindi has reconstructed the Amaranthian band. I should return to Durfel with the reconstructed band. This was undoubtedly the easiest quest of all time. But now I'm going to explore this with... Hey, are these your friends in these side rooms? Because I'm about to kill them. Just so you know. These your homies, your minions, your pets. Listen to those sounds they make. They need to die just for that. One-shotted by the power of my fire. Also, is this your stuff? White Flake, okay. Is this your stuff, Andy? Watch her attack me now. It's alright, I already got what I needed from her. She can attack me now, it's fine. Oh, you know, I meant to make you a moderator, actually, Tim. I just hadn't actually remembered to physically do it. Because every time I thought about it, I was in a game and I didn't want to alt-tab out to do it. But now, congratulations. I've only had 3 moderators forever, and they were only made my moderators because they were playing in my D&D game at the time. And I've never made anyone else a moderator. They've been moderators forever. But now I have a new moderator. There's a new sheriff in town. And actually, they're not even really moderators per se. I mean, I don't actually expect them to do any moderating. There's no responsibility that comes along with it. It's just a badge for the amazing prestige of being a Twitch channel moderator. You know, something to put on your CV. So no actual moderating responsibilities are required for this. This is like the easiest dungeon of all time. Getting a lot of white flake and scarwood bark, though. A lot of shitty gear. Super easy monsters. Really small. No wonder this dungeon didn't show up on my map. It's like the miniest of mini dungeons. The miniest of many mini dungeons. Right on your LinkedIn profile. As it should. As it should. You know, feel free to use me as a reference. Oh yes, Tim Fisher, I know him. He's been a great boon to me in my Twitch career. Before he came along, my Twitch channel was pure chaos. And he came in and with his great perspicacity, leadership, problem-solving capabilities. Why am I fighting these bears again? Why am I just killing mad bears? Alright, let's go back to Durful. I don't trust this guy. This Durful guy, there's something wrong with him. And yet I'm doing quests for him anyway. You know why? Because hashtag I had a quest. Here's his number. He definitely won't answer your calls, but several months later he'll return your message with a glowing recommendation. That does sound pretty accurate. You're going to want to contact him via email. Because if you just try to call him out of the blue, good luck with that. Alright, Durful. What's up, buddy?
The Amrinthian Band. Alas, I would dearly love to dive into a lecture regarding this crown's rich and sordid history,
Please
but
don't.
there is no time. You see, a man named Kurig Shasta has tracked you here. He and his band of mercenaries await outside, keen on shedding my blood.
How did they find you?
I have to confess, these labors you've done for me have been for a single cause. I have been waiting for the day when I could meet Kurig once again. I sent you on labors to arm myself for this fight. They followed you to me just as I hoped they would, and now I need your help to fight them off.
I don't need your help. I'll go out there and slaughter them, and you just sit down and have a Coke. Who is Kurig Shasta?
He is the man who murdered my wife, Jera, when Maddox Dace had hired him to kill me. Kurig had wanted to take my life for a long time, and now he has more reason to. He wants the truth of Jera's death to die with me.
Here's what I think really happened. You murdered your own wife. You're actually some sort of super evil villain. This guy's basically like a paladin here to bring justice to you, and you're using me as your sucker to help you. I mean, and this is all going to come out, and I'm going to feel foolish. Anyway, let's go kill him.
Excellent. I will proceed outside. You should shortly follow. They will undoubtedly be caught off guard, so mesmerized by my biting tongue.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Together we should be able to kill these fools. Farewell.
This is gonna go well. Maddox Dace has hired Keurig Shaster to kill Durfel. I must help Durfel in his fight against Keurig. I should follow Durfel outside to meet Keurig and his men. I'm stopping to journal in the middle of this. Alright, fine, let's kill these fuckers.
There is no reasoning with Keurig Shasta. We must kill him now.
Okay.
Never mind. Always...
That guy was easy. You really needed help with these scrubs? Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, that's an Etten. Yeah, all my followers are due to your efforts alone, obviously. Dude, new Jimmy LARP announced tonight. Crusade of Legends Chapter 2. Wait, Crusade of Legends? What happened to Dark Earth? Or did he originally call it Crusade of Legends and then change the name to Dark Earth? Or did he originally call it Dark Earth and then change the name to Crusade of Legends? I can't remember. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, huh? After all these years.
Greetings.
The first chapter was pretty fucking long. Dark Earth was the Crusade of Legends Alpha. I see. Dark Earth, the system which I basically designed all by myself. But I let Jimmy take credit for it. Our first event in May. Is it going to take place in Nevada? Or Northern California? Because I'll definitely be there. Haven was the beta. Oh, Haven, yeah. I like both of those names so much more than Crusade of Legends. Honestly, I hate Crusade of Legends. It sounds like a fucking mobile game or something. Sounds too much like League of Legends. Plus, using the word legends in the title of games has become this weird, like, frequent thing lately. Where all these games have legends in the title, and I think it sounds stupid. And I don't like the word crusade, really, in any context. So, tell him he needs to change it. Tell him that shit is Bush League.
Greetings.
Alright, Durfel. Now what happens?
Keurig Shasta had a contract out on my life the last 15 years. I'm glad the bastard's finally dead. I can finally begin to travel as I come upon my remaining days. Return to my home and you will find a secret door in the fireplace which leads to my treasure room. All of the treasure there now belongs to you.
Oh, this was worth it. Treasure room? Why, thank you, Durfel. I've completed my 102nd task. I've completed the labors Durfel has asked of me. I have enabled the old hermit to come to grips with his past and finally to face the future. I really thought this guy was going to turn out to be somebody fucking evil. Wait, what about this? There's a chest over here. It says this would be stealing, but he just told me I could have... Well, I guess I can only have the things behind... What just happened to the fire that was burning, though? How does that work? He's got mad treasures back here. Gold nuggets. Gold nuggets. Some shitty greaves. Gold nuggets. Oh, Helm of the Coast. An ancient god gift and tribal heirloom of the early Varani settlers in the Feylands. Plus 20% damage with longswords would be super dope if I used longswords. Fire retardant. Magical fire retardant. The wizard did a Hellbane. One of the legendary blades belonging to a Varani mercenary known as 3 swords. It's weathered and rusty with age. Oh, I went and got this sword for him. But when I got it, it was only a white item with no special properties. Now it's like raw ass-kicking sword, but it's still... It's a filthy long sword. I can't be bothered with such a thing. Oh, I got some rewards out of that. That's not bad. Alright, we're tearing through these quests. Let's see what's next. Gloam Thicket, probably. Or... Anchor Edmure. Actually, yeah. Let's do Shardfall. Let's go speak with Anchor Edmure, who is in the town of Emer, which is over here.
Welcome back.
Every piece of equipment that I've seen you loot during this game has been worse than your currently equipped equipment. Is that a crafting thing, or are you a massive cheater? No, I haven't crafted any of this stuff. I bought everything I'm wearing from a shop, actually. And the reason for that is the loot that drops in this game is generally terrible. It's usually so many levels below your level that, like, you very rarely find any dropped loot that's actually good. Usually when you find loot that's actually good, it's either, like, a super rare drop, or you buy it in a shop, or you craft it. But I haven't been crafting stuff. So I've either been wearing really inferior gear most of the time, or I've been wearing stuff that I bought at extreme expense. I mean, my complete set of gear that I'm wearing right now with my sword and my set of armor cost about 1,000,000 gold. Out of the, like, 1.5 million that I had accumulated over the entire course of the game. So pretty significant. And now, since I'm doing all these zones that are kind of lower level than the city where I bought the gear, basically, I'm not going to find anything better than what I'm wearing for a long time. Because all of the tier, this next area I'm going to, is all basically the same level as this area. So pretty much, for the next, you know, 20, 30 hours of gameplay, I don't expect to find a single thing that will be an upgrade for me. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. A mill. A cool mill. Anchor Edmure. Unless I'm in a dungeon, because the dungeons scale up to higher levels than the outside zones. It's kind of weird the way the leveling works for the zones. Like, each zone has its own minimum level and maximum level. And it will scale to your level when you first enter it within that range. So if the zone is 15 to 20, if you go there when you're level 8, it's going to be level 15 and be too hard for you. If you go there when you're level 17, it's going to be exactly level 17. But if you go there when you're level 25, it's still only going to be level 20, and it's going to be too easy for you. It's kind of a weird system that I don't really like. And I'm at the point where I've been so completionist, doing every quest and exploring every zone completely, that I'm higher level now than any of the zones that I'm going to be in for a while. So that's why I'm not going to get any loot that's any good. But the dungeons tend to scale up higher than the outside zones. So inside the dungeons, there's still some chance that I could get a rare drop item that's actually good for me, but I'm not holding my breath. Your equipment is already obsolete, but you've bought your way around it. I like this strategy. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, Anchor Edmure.
You're with the Scholia Arcana, are you not? I'm so very honored to make your acquaintance. I know what I wrote was vague. At first, I didn't know what I was dealing with. It's just... Shardfall. It's changed.
Okay, listen, every time you say Shardfall, I start hearing the Adele song Skyfall for the James Bond movie in my head. Just saying. Also, I wouldn't really say that I'm with the Scholia Arcana. I've done a couple quests for them, let's call it that. We're not really with each other. You know, we're seeing other people.
You're the greatest mages in the land. No one knows more than you do about... well, anything, I suppose. To be honest, I'm surprised anyone answered my request for help. I'm somewhat used to being ignored.
I'm sure you are. So, tell me what you mean about Skyfall changing, or Shardfall, whatever the fuck it's called.
Shardfall is a cave to the west and north. It's a good place to harvest shards, hence the name. The place always has a bit of a chill, but recently the cave became cold, and it howls like it's angry. Many days past, my assistant, Donald Cutty, delved into the cave to collect samples. He never returned.
The cave howls.
It's more than just wind. It's like the cave is screaming. I could almost make out the words too, but I couldn't take the cold. I had to flee.
You just left your friend there.
I had no choice. The cold of the cave is too great.
There's always a
Not
choice.
6 steps in, my boots froze to the very rock. That's why I've been devising a talisman to stay warm. The work is almost complete too. I just need one last thing. Will you aid me? Perhaps together we can solve this mystery.
You fucking mages piss me off so much. Listen, so you encounter a place that's really cold. So what you do is you think, I'm going to leave my friend here, I'm going to go home, and I'm going to spend many days or weeks working on a magical fucking talisman to be warmer. You could have just got some warmer clothes, you know, some furs and shit, and layered that stuff on. Layers, you know, wear layers. And you could have gone back in there and helped your friend, but instead you're working on a talisman. God, I'm sick of you people. Alright, what do you have in mind?
After I failed to make it deeper into Shardfall than just a few steps, I put up a barrier. No need to have some poor fool stumble in there by mistake. The barrier will let you through if you have an amulet that can keep you warm. Like one made from a Barghest's heart. A Paragon Barghest, that'll do just fine. I've heard of one ranging north of Amalur. If you can kill it, fetch me its heart, and I will be able to complete my pendant.
Oh, fuck my life. Okay, who's Donald?
Donald Cutty, my assistant. He runs errands for me, cleans my shop, and occasionally harvests gems from Shardfall. He's a bright lad, and has never taken this long to return from the cave.
Well, now he's probably dead, you know. Alright, explain to me again about this Barghest.
I need the heart of a Paragon Barghest. They can be found west of here.
I thought you
Kill
said
one,
north.
harvest its heart, and return it to me. Then I'll be able to finish my pendant.
Okay. Kill a thing. That is well within my wheelhouse. Anchor and Edmer looking all like Daniel Bruhl with some extra chin. I don't know who that is, Tim. Who is that?
Later then.
Alright, where the fuck is this alleged? In order to brave the dangers of Shardfall Cave, I must assist Anchor Edmure in crafting a protective charm from the beating heart of a Paragon Barghest. He's told me that I can find them in the Cradle of Summer. Oh, okay. Cradle of Summer, eh?
Lovely day, isn't it?
This guy is still here with blood
Hello
squirting
again.
out. Oh, yeah, he's still got the blood squirting out. Okay, this guy has been here for weeks with blood spraying out of his neck like that. I don't know how he's still alive. It's a little bit weird. Also, I don't know why he's still standing right there. Ain't got time for it. You guys are not paragons. I will dig your grave! He's a great character actor of the next generation. He was Zemo in Captain America Civil War. Still don't know who that is. Had a ton of roles. The Alienist in the titular role of the TV miniseries The Alienist. I feel like you're literally just making things up right now that don't exist just to like try to test me. Hey now. You're just testing me to see if I know that the things you're making up aren't real. That thing didn't seem that paragonical to me, which is definitely a word. A Barghest's beating heart. Intense heat radiates in waves from this still beating heart of a recently killed Barghest. Let me journal about this. I've acquired the heart of a Paragon Barghest for Anchor Edmer. Now he'll be able to devise a talisman capable of protecting me from the enchanted cold of the cave. Bunch of blood just all over that fucking journal page. What is the Alienist? Man, I'm so far behind on so many shows now. Like, the number of shows that have come out that I've wanted to watch and haven't, and the number of shows that I do watch, but I haven't watched the last season or two. I'm so far, because I haven't really been watching any shows for quite a while. I've been watching shit on YouTube. And, I need to catch up on some fucking shows, for real. It's like Sherlock if Sherlock was a psychiatrist working in late 19th, early 20th century New York as he tracks a serial killer way before serial killer was an actual phrase. I see. Sounds like it could be good. Alright, buddy. I got your stupid heart.
The heart of a Paragon Barghest. Incredibly tough creatures they are.
Not really.
Give me a moment.
No.
There, take it. You're better suited to plumbing the depths of Shardfall than I. You can now brave the cold to investigate exactly what's happening.
Dude, that's exactly what I say when I'm trying to get someone to do a thing that I don't want to do myself, right? That's what you tell them. You're better suited. You're way better at this than I am. Look, I would do it, but you're so much better at this. And you're too smart for me to manipulate you, so... Anything else about Shardfall?
Years ago, I read a treatise from Savant Hadris Llewellyn that suggested frost magic was particularly potent there, but I never gave it much thought. All
Yeah,
I
I read
really
a
know
book
is
about it
something
too.
dark is happening within. Be cautious.
I've gone into so many places now where something dark was happening.
Later,
and
then.
as you can see, I'm still standing here. Not concerned. Anchor Adma computed the Talisman of Warmth and gave it to me. With it, I am ready to investigate what is causing the unnatural cold in the cave. of Shardfall. Not to be confused with the Cave of Shartfall, which is a horrible place you don't want to go. Alright, let's go to Shardfall. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? It's somewhere. Sky. Where the fuck is Shardfall? I forgot. Toulon? I know it's on my map. Oh, it's up here in the Cradle of Summer. Right, Shardfall. You must immediately download the Alienist, AP Bio, and Good Girls. Those are the gems of recent television. Those sounds like way too many shows. You guys being serious right now? Take your grave. Welcome back. That's way too many shows. I can't possibly watch that many shows. Is this the place? Is this even the place? Weird midnight power outage that suddenly resolved. That is weird. Alright, we're going in here. I'm super scared. Just so you know. Did he give me an actual talisman? Nah, he didn't give me an actual talisman. You know how I can tell it's cold in here? Because shit be blue. Blue equals cold. Hey, that means it's going to be ice creatures in here, which is great because I do all fire damage and ice creatures will be vulnerable to fire damage, so that means I should be completely wrecking shop in this place. Yeah. Oh, you guys are in for a bad fucking day. Staff of Light. How can you not watch them? Cue Josiah by not watching them. Oh, I didn't even think of that clever comeback. Can't be that cold. Running water. Okay, hold on. You were crying about how cold it is in here, and there's fucking running water. This waterfall isn't even frozen. Are you... Is that... Fuck my life. That's not even cold, dude. If there's still a running waterfall, it's not cold. I mean, it may be a little bit chilly. Now there's bears. And wolves. I fucking hate wolves. I will dig your grave. Literally the only show I'm caught up on is Last Week Tonight. That's the only show that I actually download and watch every time it comes out. Everything else I'm like way behind on. Ah, traps. Ice mine. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, Last Week Tonight is clearly the best show there is. It's weird how my flames are blue in here, because of like the blue color filter they have on this place. I fucking love John Oliver. I'm pretty sure I'm gay for John Oliver. That book actually exists, man. They actually made that book. I saw it on Amazon. I was like, that's amazing. And of course it has great reviews. Cuirass of Annihilating. Yeah, oh, 20% physical damage is no joke. But I'm not going to lose that much armor. And also it won't match the rest of my armor. It'll look stupid. Oh. I went to disarm that mine, but before I actually got to where I could disarm it, I looked over at chat and was just spamming F, hoping that F spamming was going to get the job done, but it didn't because I wasn't quite in position to do it. You bought a couple copies for your nephew and Jazzy? I did not buy his book, but if I had any kind of child to give it to, I would probably buy one, but... Oh shit. Got me there, Ice Mine. He got me there. Looks like a nice place. I like this cave. All about some blue color filter. Uh-oh, it's been a while since I faced a troll. And there's a lot of mines in that room. I'm gonna see if I can disarm some of these before the invariable thing happens where I'm fighting the troll. Well, so much for that mine. Mountain troll, too. Tough guy. This isn't going well. It hurt. You know, it hurt. Got you, motherfucker! And I didn't even have to use any potions. That's good. Dropped a Prismeer sword. That's actually, like, kind of on my level. I mean, a crude Prismeer sword with no magic stuff to it is, like, the lowest possible thing of my tier of gear, but at least it's on my tier of gear. None of that green fucking sylvanite shit that they've been trying to force down my throat. In the next room, 5 trolls. Ah, wolves. I'm just gonna cheese these fuckers with this fire spell. I will dig your grave! I dug it. I dug that shit. Secret door right there. That seems practical. Oh, now I gotta swim through the ice-cold fucking water. Dude, I'm gonna get hypothermia. This isn't safe. But this shit ain't gonna loot itself. Scar woodbark. Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna assume I can warm myself up by casting fire magics. I do have a flaming sword on my back, so presumably that should help me stay warm. I told you he was dead. There's the assistant dead because this guy was dicking around with a talisman for several days. Well, he has a lot of shards. I mean, I can't complain. I haven't discerned the cause of the intense cold within the cave of Shardfall. Alright, good night, Tim. See you later. Thanks for coming. Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Tense cold within the cave of Shardfall, but I have found proof of Donald Cuddy's demise. Perhaps I should give Cuddy's ring to Anchor Edmure. Yeah, you think? A humble brass ring with the initials DC scratched into the band. Anchor Edmure of Emer would likely appreciate this. He must be a fan of DC Comics. Dig your grave! I was like spamming the disarm key on that, but I think instead of disarming the mine, it looted the fucking salts right there. Uh-oh, who's this Mysterio? This must be the wizard who's in charge of everything going to shit here. Because it's always a wizard.
I wondered when you would find me. Almost enough to make you believe in fate, isn't it? The woman I wore last time we danced wasn't as strong as this one. Perhaps I flatter myself to think I might offer a better challenge now.
I'm sorry, I don't want to offend you, but I don't remember you at all. What are you doing here?
Sideus, the Crystal Weir. That is what this place was called once. Much more appropriate a name than Shardfall, don't you think?
Not really.
My people have lost their appreciation for language, it seems. So much has changed since I last walked the world.
Who are you again?
That was long ago, when I learned the only answers worth seeking lie in death, mortal. Death, and death alone.
Are you... Is this the same person the same entity that was possessing Nuala Ignis or whatever her name was? I think it is. There's no need for bloodshed.
Oh, how delightful you are. Such youth, such naivete. I could just devour you. Like I did that poor gem cutter I found in here. One day, perhaps I'll do just that. For now, though, I must conclude our dialogue. My time is wearing thin, and I tire of your prattle.
You scared?
This body has served its purpose. Let's see if you've learned any new tricks since our last meeting.
I have.
Don't disappoint me.
Oh, you're getting fucking wrecked. For all that big talk. How does it feel to get destroyed? How does it feel to get destroyed? Lol. The thing was all like, oh, I'm tough and cool, I'm tough and cool, what about you? And I'm like, okay, check this shit out. They really want to load me up on the scarab salts in here. More shards. Alright, Caddock Ream. Whatever possessed Caddock Ream seems to have departed at his death. I should examine his corpse to see if I can find the frost stone that he was crafting. How do I know he was crafting a frost stone? Ooh, Grasp of the Dark Empyrean and a frost stone. Intricate crystalline structures spin fractals of ice deeply into the core of this frosty orb. 10% mana regen, 10% crit with magic. These gloves emanate a dire sense of power and are styled in an antiquated manner. So dire. With the mystery of Shardfall solved, Anchor Edmure will resume his research within the cave. For now, I should deliver the Frost Stone to Savant Engar and Rathir. I guess I need... Well, I'm gonna go back to Anchor Edmure first. Give him the ring and let him know his little apprentice is dead. Of his own failures. Important that he knows that it's his fault. And that he should feel very guilty about it for the rest of his life. It's important that I convey that. So cold in here. Fucking running waterfalls. At the games. Even that little lake that I swam across. The fact that that wasn't frozen tells me it's not that fucking cold in here. Wait.
If you learn what happened to my assistant, please let me know.
I did learn what happened to him. He died.
Yeah, that's his ring all right. What a shame. He had real talent and a promising future. Here, take these. I made them for Donald. To help him in his pursuits of sage crafting. But perhaps you can put them to good use.
I suppose Donald will be missed.
Thank you again for bringing me word of what happened to Donald. I hope his soul can find some rest.
Goodbye, Anchor.
I'll be here.
He gave me some gloves, I think. Gem cutting hand wraps. Crafted with 4 armor? Crafted with care, these hand wraps were fashioned by the sage crafter Anchor Edmure for his assistant Donald. After Donald was killed by Gwar Gwydern, Edmure gave these gloves to another. Who the fuck is Gwar Gwydern? They give you +1 sagecraft. It's pretty nice. 4 armor though. They're not really for battle use, honestly. Alright, I need to go back. The last thing I have to do outside of the city, before I return to the city, is Gloam Thicket, Learning Curve. Telemachus Rasp, an instructor of the Scholia Arcana, has asked me to travel to Gloam Thicket in the Catha and kill a Banshane priestess that has been attacking Scholia Arcana initiates that visit the dungeon. I like visit the dungeon. Something about that I like. It makes it sound like it's a tourist destination, you know? Like you could get like an audio tour at the door, plug that shit into your ears, walk around and it tells you about what's in there. I'm just visiting the dungeon. I'm checking out the exhibits. Alright, let's go to Gloam Thicket. How's my inventory looking? Okay, I'm good. I got enough inventory space for another dungeon. Thicketest of Glooms. I love this place with all these waterfalls, though. Let's gloam it up. Kill the Banshane priestess. What up, Cave Mergen? How you doing? Death plants? It's too bad you can't get the death plants to kill him. That would be pretty cool. What's up, scrub cake? Dig her grave. Dude's grave got dug. Why am I seriously fighting Mergen one at a time? What is this shit? Grab some blood root. Some blood root. Oh, here we go. See ya. And I would not want to be ya. Lots of shards. Shard, 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 shard. Alright, there's some death plants up ahead, it looks like. On the left. Good morning, Tarawak. How you doing? Good to see ya. What's going on with you? Murgan. More like murdered. Jumping around Twitch streamers. How's KOA coming along? Pretty good, pretty good. Having fun. Let's do a little dispelling. I gotta fight some scary shit in this room. Cool, the Banshane's dead. Oh, reinforcements! Handled. With great skill. Isn't there a Mausu mode? Or what? Or a super kill everything move? There is a super kill everything mode. Reckoning mode. I always forget to use it. Boots of the Torrent. Alright, illegal file sharing. Woo! I always forget to use it. That's what my purple bar is. It's my fate meter, and it's full right now, so I could use Reckoning mode anytime I want. But I always forget about it. I've killed the Banshane Priestess of Gloam Thicket, ensuring the safety of the Scholia Arcana initiates that come into the Hollow to study its magics. I should return to Telemachus in the Rathir chapter house and let him know. Mausu mode is from Dynasty Warriors? Ah, never played that. Well, we've successfully completed every quest that we had outside of the city, so now we can go back to Rathir and turn like 100 quests in. You know, maybe not quite 100, but a lot. Yes, Josiah speed. You know how it goes. Alright, so what I need to do is go back to Ethan Engar, go back to Telemachus, go back to Idris, go back to Malian, go back to Priestess Saranon. That's it. I gotta go back to those 5 people in the city. So we will go back to Rathir. Also, I obviously need to sell some shit. You know what? Real quick, I'm gonna go to my house in Canarok. Dark Empyrean. I now have 2 pieces of this set, but I don't think I'm going to, how many hours in am I? Quite a few, man. Quite a few. Like almost 100, I think. 98 and a half. 98 and a half. And I've fully explored all of these places. And this city. All I've got left on this side of on this continent, basically, is this area, which I haven't been to at all. And then all this endgame stuff over here on the other side of that. Plus, the 2 DLCs. There's 2 DLC areas that I obviously haven't been to yet either. But I've done quite a bit. Definitely getting my money's worth. Yeah, I did pick it up on sale. I got it for like $6 or something, with both DLCs included.
Goods for sale!
A prayer for our troops.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Alright, let's go back to the Scolia.
Good day to you.
Good to see you, docent.
It's me, I'm a docent. What's up? Maybe I'll get promoted again now that I did this thing. Probably not. Where's Telemachus Rasp?
Fast! So your inquiry was successful. Please, take this to cover travel and any other expenses.
Thank you, Telemachus. I guess we're done here. Completed my 103rd task. Telemachus Rasp, an instructor of the Scholia Arcana, asked me to travel to Gloam Thicket and kill a band-chain priestess that had been preying on initiates in the area. I killed the monster and got Telemachus's thanks. Be simple. Well, they don't technically have drow in this. They're just, there's 2 types of elves. They're called Losulfar and Dokulfar. And Dokulfar can have very dark skin like this. They can also have pale skin, though. And that's the kind I'm playing. You get to create your character in the beginning and, like, decide your skin color and hair color and what your face looks like and all that stuff, you know.
Come to have a look at our library, haven't you?
No, actually, no, you're not the
Pleasure.
person I want to talk to. Idris Theonin.
Excellent job. You've earned a Scholia Arcana stipend, if nothing else. Now, let's see what you've learned. What was the point of your final lesson?
Like, this guy right here is the same race of elf as my character. even though their skin colors are like completely opposite. What was the point of your final lesson? Oh shit. I was not paying attention. Principle of observation.
Yes, that is correct. I see you have a promising future in our order.
Don't give me any more living books that I have to follow the instructions of. That was no good. Goodbye.
Where was I?
Page turner is done. I've completed my 104th task. Idris Theonin, librarian of the Scholia Arcana's Rathir chapter house, asked me to follow the instructions of the Omnibus Arcana. In doing so, he taught me not to immerse myself too much in research and study, and to heed my surroundings. I gotta go back to the priestess. And Ethan Engar. That's like my main faction quest. We'll go talk to him next.
Hello there. Well, I was hoping to spend my time. Farewell.
Don't care.
Hello.
Hope you guys weren't planning to use these for anything.
Good day.
Ah, there you are.
Wait, who the fuck is this guy? This isn't Ethan Engar.
So you are the new initiate that has everyone talking. I heard how indispensable you were in stopping that necromancer in Melaglir. I am Erin Methneen. Savant Engar suggested that I congratulate you on what he estimated would be an inevitable victory, and that I give you this. Additionally, he requested that you meet him atop the mountain of Skycrown to the south. I have no idea why, but the note will likely explain further. Good luck!
Thank you, I guess.
Shouldn't you be making your way to Skycrown?
New quest, lightning in a bottle. I just got promoted, by the way, because he just gave me an adept's ring. That's the next rank. I was sent to investigate mysterious occurrences in the Cavern of Shardfall. There I found a possessed mage, Kadok Reen, crafting an artifact similar to the Sunstone, but imbued with the powers of ice. On returning to the Rathir chapter house, I was summoned to meet Ethan Engar on the summit of Skycrown Peak, and awarded the rank of Adept. Savant Engar has requested that I meet him atop a mountain known as the Sky Crown in Erethel. It is somehow related to the Sunstone, the artifact I recovered from Aod, and the Froststone, the artifact I recovered from Shardfall. Okay. And he gave me a letter. My favorite docent, I must offer my apologies for not being present upon your return to the Rathir chapter house. Continued ponderings regarding the intricacies of the magics involved in the Sunstone artifact you recovered have compelled me to attempt an experiment of sorts. Should you receive this missive in time, please consider yourself welcome to join me. I will be found atop the spire of Krethnak Thintri, Skycrown Mountain as it is called. It shouldn't be difficult to find, as it is the only mountain in all of Erethel. Savant Ethan Engar. Yes, consider the copper ring accompanying this letter an official symbol of your promotion to the rank of Adept. Congratulations! Yay, I got a new ring. Adept's ring, which is slightly better than my Docent's ring. 20 mana, 8% costs, 7%. I think at this point I'm going to replace my Ballad Signet ring and wear the Adept's ring and the Docent's ring together. That will total give me 15% minus mana cost, 35 mana, and 12% to all my elemental damages. That's pretty good. Alright, what's next? Bring the herb to Malian and return to Priestess Saranon. Okay.
Good day.
Later, nerds.
Good day.
"10 years. This siege has gone on too long."
Alright, where is she?
The Lepidus, you have it?
I do, actually.
You do have it. Quickly, to Malian's room. Give it to him.
Do you know General Talera?
She is lost in the wilderness. She searches for mythical solutions to real problems. How can this stalemate end? One would imagine a Losalfar general to use a bit more wisdom to combat the Tuatha.
So what do you think we should do about the war?
So Tanra Gif has been spreading more artless rumors, has she? I'm not against the war. Haven't I given my husband and daughters to it? But I fear for the sovereignty of Rathir. The army under General Talera has too much liberty, land, and sway. And what do we get in return? Brutal and heavy-handed approaches to a complicated problem. More sophisticated tactics might have saved lives.
Everyone's an armchair fucking general. Alright, what do I do with this herb?
Take it to Malian, and do not delay. He is, of course, in his bed. That way.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Malian, how you doing, buddy? Malian's lips move and his eyes flutter beneath his eyelids. His sleep is neither dreamless nor peaceful. Give him the Lapidus. Apparently he's fine now.
Oh, I've been having such awful dreams. Insects crawling, dark things closing in. How long has it been? Feels like days.
It has been days.
Days? Has it really? That does explain my back. And my head.
Yes, days. What do you remember?
It's foggy, but... yes. A bottle of rather good wine was delivered. A gift, you know. I thought I'd have a sip. And then...
let me guess, it's from the gifts.
Where is it now? It seems to have rolled under the bed. No one noticed, I suppose. You haven't. It's a clue, after all.
Poisoned wine, eh? What do you know about this wine?
I feel so foolish now. A gift left at our door. And without a thought, I simply drank it.
Tell me about your mother.
Mother must have been so worried. Did I just fall asleep and stay that way?
What's it like being part of House Anwan?
After my sisters died in Cluracan, I wasn't allowed to even train for fighting. All Anwan's posterity hangs upon me. I understand that.
What happened to your sisters?
Both Cassin and Willow were much older, and I remember them as tall and fearsome and fair. They had been dead for more of my life than alive.
What do you think of Onfei?
Our oldest house servant. She's as devoted to us as... well, as if we were her own children.
Are you sure? She might have poisoned you. Is that all you remember?
Forgive me. Still a bit foggy, I'm afraid. I recall Onfei bringing in the wine. It looked good, so I thought I'd have a
Onfei
sip.
did it.
Then... darkness.
Thank you, Malian.
Do send for Mother if you would.
Now awake, Malian remembers drinking from a bottle of gifted wine right before falling ill. I should tell Coriana of this. Let's take a look at this bottle of wine. Poisoned wine. The wine Malu Anwan drank before falling ill. You! You're the poisoner.
It was that gift of wine that did it? Oh, that is terrible. Why, if I'd but known. Oh, what have I done to the poor young master?
Why did you poison him? Do you like Malian?
Oh, what a fright it was, the young master being ill. And all from that bottle of wine. Oh, if I could get my hands on whoever did this.
I'm not sure that I believe you. Do you like House Anwan?
My goodly masters ever since I was a slip of a girl. Anwan blood is old and not a bit diluted, unlike some houses upon the spire top.
So it could have been the gifts. Who gave you the wine?
Well now, let me think. A servant. I didn't know him, and he didn't say precisely. Just a friend of Master Malian's was all.
Alright. Don't think you're not a suspect.
Well, how is he?
Unpoisoned?
He has wakened? Thank Lyria. Here is your gold, but this matter is not yet settled. Find whoever did this, and far more gold shall be yours. The poison came in a gift of wine? Show it to Apothecary Rawani, down in the Prairie. With luck, she can tell us the poison. Perhaps the poisoner.
I think Malian will be alright now.
The Lepidus has revived him, yet until we have antidote, he is not saved. And while the poisoner is unknown, neither is House Anwan.
Ah, I see. You're still in danger. Does House Anwan have enemies? Perhaps the gifts?
Thanks to you, Malian will recover, and House Anwan shall thrive.
You just said that he won't recover without... Okay. Where's this apothecary?
You will find her at the Spire base in the Prairie. Present the poisoned wine to her. If anyone can help now, she can.
I will. Goodbye. How the fuck do I even get out of this house?
That poor Anwan boy is sick and dying.
Alright, I'm gonna quickly, Oriana has offered me more gold for discovering Malian's poisoner. She wants me to show the poison wine to Apothecary Rawani in the Prairie. I'm gonna go talk to the priestess real quick. And it's actually no, I'll go talk to the apothecary first. We'll go back and talk to the priestess after we're done with this poisoning situation.
The City Watch never rests.
Wrong way.
Move along, citizen.
I'm an adept, yo. An adept.
Curios, talismans, items of
City
power.
Watch, be on your way.
Wait, the apothecary's shop is right here. Here she is.
What ails, fails, or irks you, there is a potion for it.
I have a question for you about this poisoned wine.
An alarming question. Allow me. Yes, it is surely royal winds. Few possess such a compound. I am one. Lyria! What is more, I sold a phial of it recently to a servant of old Einar Abagast. This is terrible. I will send an antidote at once, but someone must do something. Go to the City Watch. Speak with Fabian Tiern. At once.
Oh yes, I trust the City Watch. We just discovered the massive corruption in the City Watch. I was supposed to kill the captain of the City Watch because he was a murderous fucker. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea to go to them. Who is this Einar Abagast?
The famous hermit of the Keys. Though his merchant business thrives, it is said he has not left his home in years.
Who was his servant?
I knew his face because he has come to me for various other alchemical items over the years. And I've seen him once exiting Arbogast's door.
What is this royal wence?
The compound is extremely rare, as it comes only from the lands south of the southern Phalanx. It's a devious poison, as you've seen. In far smaller doses, it is used by North Sea captains who must stand at the wheel for days unsleeping, lest they be sunk by floating ice.
I see. You really think I should go to the City Watch?
Rathir's city guards, haven't you seen them? Leave my store and head left through the Pederi. Find Fabian Tiern and tell him what I've told you.
Very well. Goodbye.
Fear not, I will have the antidote sent immediately.
Baby, now we got bad blood. The poison used on Malian Anwan is called royal wence, and in fact, Apothecary Rwani sold some to a servant of Einar Abagast recently. She wants me to report this to Fabian Tiern in the City Watch.
Curios, talismans, items of power. Students of
I need to sell a bunch of shit.
Hello, friend.
I'm not your friend, Grouch Mai. I hate you.
What a wine you've brought. Remarkable wine.
What do you think about Will?
A good head on his shoulders, that lad. I asked for a ledger I thought was long lost. He found it and brought it back.
Actually, I found it. I agree.
I might give him a raise, in fact. A resourceful employee should always be recognized.
He's actually an idiot, but I'm not gonna... Why would I give this guy more wine? No. We've already made the contract with him. Selling some shit. Okay, I think we're good. I'm almost back up to 1,000,000 gold, which is great.
Lyria, light your way.
37 out of 100 on the inventory, that's great. Alright, let's go see this city guardsman. Under duress.
City Watch. Do you have a crime to report? Or any other matter?
Tell me about yourself, Fabian Tiern.
I can hardly believe the news. But the captain of the watch is gone. That means I will be captain soon enough.
Yes, I killed the old captain, so watch yourself. I believe that Einar Abagast poisoned Malian Anwan.
Poison? I'd heard the boy was ill, but that is a bit far-fetched. I'll send one or two of the watch. You should meet them with these accusations at Abagast's house.
You're sending help?
Yes, and by Alfar law, you, the accuser, must be present. We don't take accusations against the great houses lightly.
Acceptable. Goodbye.
Good.
The City Watch will gain entry to Einar Abagast's house. They have asked me to join them to confront Abagast about the poisoning. Before I go to Abergast's house, because I'm getting the feeling that it might be some kind of a dungeon or something, I'm gonna go back to Priestess Saranon about the Orison.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Them curios and talismans. Go back to the temple. Go through the lunar gardens where it's always nighttime.
Stand aside!
What are these wyvern gifts doing here?
My husband Ebsol is never far off.
Nothing, I guess. Goodbye. Ah, the relics. That's right. I do have another relic to turn in.
What can I do for you?
I found another relic.
You did? This is wonderful. May the fortunes of Lyria be upon you.
Unfortunately, there are no more relics to be found.
Goodbye.
Priestess Saranon, I've returned with your sacred water that you wanted.
The amphora is full? Good. I will hold that for now. So you have seen what Baal-Atiran saw, and walked where she walked. Now hear what our prophetess taught. From the frozen north, she led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Pass. There she promised all a place.
Please explain.
At Snowmelt Spring, above the sea, they turned to see the far-off shores they had left behind, and all was sore of heart. Baal-Atiran consoled them then. Forget what you left behind, she said. We go to a new home, where each shall have a place. And then they came to the pools of Gallivore Plain, where she taught that Lyria's grace is like the waters all around. There a line formed to drink and bathe, and those at the back of the line bickered with those in the front. Baal-Atiran grew angry. She spoke to her children, saying that as this spring flows, so do Lyria's blessings, to all and wide, and without preference. From there, they continued east until they stood upon the bluffs and saw this spire. There, Tyrion taught us of the 3 gifts.
The 3 gifts?
Every Rithiri child knows the 3 gifts, learns them by heart. They are shelter, blessing, and hope. All who dwell in Lyria's city shall find shelter. All may come to this temple for blessing and orison, and for all, the hope of a better day. Now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task.
I still don't understand what the orison is. But tell me what the second task is.
It is service. Each seeking the orison must serve Lyria among her people. For you, there is a man named Nur in the lower tunnels. Day and night he profanes the name of Lyria with falsehoods.
Oh yes, I met him.
Discredit his words before the ears of my children. Drive him away from there.
I don't like the
To
sound
do
of
this, you must rely on the teachings of the Sojourn. Shall I repeat them for you now?
Yeah, you better tell me again before I forget this shit.
Of course. From the frozen north, Baal-Atiran led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Spring above the... Baal-Atiran consoled them then. Forget what you left... And then they came to the pools of Gallivore Plain, where there a line formed to drink and bathe. And those at the back... She spoke to her children, saying that from there... They continued east until they stood upon the bluffs. Every Rithiri child knows all who dwell in Lyria's city shall find shelter. All may come to this temple for blessing and orison. And now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task.
I must discredit Nur. Why?
Yes. Go to where he preaches lies in the lower tunnels of this city. Challenge him. Prove him false, shame him, and drive him away. I think the lessons of the Sojourn will help you in this. Do you wish to hear them again?
No, I'm ready.
Good. Go then, and do Lyria's work.
Alright, goodbye.
If you fail at first, persist.
The second task of the Orison is service. A man named Nuer is preaching blasphemy in Rathir's lower tunnels. He must be stopped. I don't like the sound of that.
Move along,
Hashtag I
citizen.
had a quest.
Keep the peace.
Wait, let me talk to Coriana again real quick.
A servant of old Abagast's? Lyria, help us all. The apothecary spoke well. Enlist the city watch. Go with them if they allow it.
How's Malian doing?
Rawani's antidote was true. He will improve. I have lost his father and his sisters to the war, but I shall not lose him.
What do you think I should do now? Go to Abagast?
Please. You must go to Abagast's house. We need proof of his deeds.
Very well. But first, I go to the lower tunnels
Keep
to
the
speak
peace.
with this Nur. He's such a nerd.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Stand aside.
That man stands in the tunnels day and night, going on about Lyria.
I know. I'm going to talk to him.
I heard it was Captain Talabor killing the sparrows.
It was. I killed him.
Careful, it's slippery.
Nur? Are we gonna have problems, buddy?
And what is this? One of the blessed? Tell me, top dweller, can you tell me truthfully that Lyria does not love you more than she loves us? Why else would she put the fortunate upon the spire with her temple and cast us down here in the dark?
You actually have a very good point. Are your feet shackled?
What chains? I'm here of my own free will to teach. I mean, ill fate and poverty has driven me here. You twist my words, villain! If you're so clever, then tell me, are we not fated? Did Lyria not place us down here by design?
What do you know of fate?
What do I? Why, you thick-skulled Uruk! You petty snot-nosed! Look at what they do! They trick you, they... Forgive me, my friends. But you do not deny it, then? You admit that Lyria gave us our lot, gave us nothing but these dank caves and a few meager coins?
What nonsense this is.
How dare you? What? Don't you laugh at me! After all, I mean, friends, I speak hastily. This devil has tangled my words. Wipe those smirks off your faces. I see them. I tell you truths, and you smirk. You laugh at me. Fine. Stay the sheep you are. Stay in your pen. You are caged sheep. Keep to your pens.
Well, that worked out. Pretty much just made fun of that guy until he lost his shit. Nur Bedlam is disgraced in front of the people of the Wending. The service is complete. I should return to Priestess Serenon in the Temple of Lyria for the final task of the Orison. But I should also level up. I said level up. I said level up. Level up. Level up. I'm gonna grab some alchemy. Ooh, special attacks from parry for the longsword, greatsword, and hammer. After a timed parry, attack with a greatsword to impale and launch your enemy. Of course, I'm really bad at timed parries. But let's get it anyway. Still a paragon. Got a new move. Gut thrust. Looks intriguing. I'll try it out if I remember to. And if I can pull off timed parries without things going horribly wrong. Alright, let's go back to the priestess.
Well.
Well, you showed Nur what our goddess truly is.
Yeah, I showed him.
Mind your step.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
I'll miss him. It'll be fine. The luminary leaf. Back into the temple.
Move along!
The thing is, I kind of agree with Nur. And I felt bad about shutting him down because he had some good points.
Word has come to me of your service. You defended our faith and Rathia's image admirably. You have reached the final task. It is not far off. In fact, it is standing before me at this very moment. It is the giving, and you give it of yourself. When you are ready, tell me so.
What does that even mean? What do you think will happen to Nur now?
Do you know, there was a grain of truth and a grain of deceit in his ravings. Lyria does lift some up and cast some down. But a powerful woman may die heartbroken in a ditch, and the humblest sparrow may one day sit upon a throne.
What do you know of the sparrows?
The sparrows are rag pickers and dwell in the lowest of the tunnels. Still, Lyria loves them too, perhaps most of all.
Hold on a moment. For the final task of the Orison, I must give a gift to Lyria. I may choose some of my experience, a large sum of gold, or an epic gem. Give the gem, it must be socketed in the ceremonial figurine. Oh, I'll give experience. Wonder if it will de-level me.
You need another ceremonial figure for the gem. Here.
No, I don't. I'm ready for the giving.
First, you must choose. Give of yourself the wisdom you have gained, or give a magic gem of the highest water, or give in gold a sum of great worth. Do you understand?
Give of myself?
Yes. Some of your experience, offered as a sacrifice to Lyria. This was the original giving, and still that which she loves the most.
A magical gem?
Gems are pure magic. They are the perfect gift for our goddess. Place an epic gem in this ceremonial figurine to give it for the Orison.
A sum of gold?
Does it seem low or petty to you? Magic is the current of power in our world. Gold is a sort of magic in the minds of mortals. Of course, it takes a great deal in Lyria's eyes to equal the worth of the other two.
I'm ready.
Excellent. Tell me, which do you choose?
I give myself.
Then by Lyria's light and Tyrion's teaching, I, priestess of this temple, receive your gift and conclude the orison. You have walked the path of our ancestors, spoken the words of our prophets, and given truly of yourself. Lyria guard you, Lyria guide you, and may her blessing be upon you.
What is the orison?
You have seen for yourself. Many in Rathir perform the rite, once, maybe twice in a lifetime. The work is hard, but the aura is slow to fade.
Alright, goodbye.
You have done well. Be proud.
I've completed my 106th task. I've performed the 3 tasks of the Temple of Lyria's Orison. I traveled to Sojourn, performed the service, and gave a gift of myself, earning Lyria's blessing. Well, I'm still level 30, so I didn't have to give up very much XP. The Orison. You have walked the Sojourn, performed the service, and given the gift at Rathir's temple. You have earned Lyria's gift known as the Orison, and it shall be with you for all your days. Minus 5% mana costs. Not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay.
I think you will find prayer a different thing after the Orison.
Goodbye, Saranon.
Until next time.
So at this point, the only thing I have left to do... Send the Sky Crown. Go to Abergast's house. So Abergast's house is the next order of business.
Stand aside.
Move along, citizen.
The Watch sees all in Rathir.
Wrong way.
City Watch, be on your way.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Abergast's house is over here somewhere.
A prayer for our troops.
No, that's the customs house. This is Abergast's house. Alright. Well, that's where I'm going to end it for tonight. Next time we'll come back, we'll do Abergast's house, we'll finish that quest up. Then we'll go over here and we'll come to Sky Crown and we'll go up to the top of that awesome mountain. And then we'll see what's up after that. That is all for now, however. I have now played 99 hours of this game. An incredible 99 hours. It's been fun. I'm enjoying it. Still have a lot of game left to play. So thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. Oh.